Hello and welcome to Open Spaces Sports. Clint Cox and Aim Baird here at the Colby Event Center for your sub-state action. 1A Division II, the number one seeded Northern Valley Huskies to face off against the Golden Plains Bulldogs in this one. Aim, these two teams have met here in the past, most recently in Almena. It didn't go so well for the Golden Plains Bulldogs.
No, they closed out league play against one another in the doghouse right there in Almena. Northern Valley was really looking good in that game, winning 84-42 over the Bulldogs. But since then we have seen Dylan Wark have a 31-point game that last time out to beat Thunder Ridge to get to this point where they're going to play the 1 seed and try to continue to make some noise here. And this is why I love the sub-state of basketball so much. It is really everyone's competition, anyone's ball game at this point. Clint, we were talking a little bit ago about when I was in high school, my junior year, we were 10-10 that year, but we made it to the state tournament because we caught fire in that sub-state and were able to finish strong and get to that state tournament at a 500 record. So really, truly, you just got to be playing your best basketball right now. In Northern Valley, you know, there's always that chance where they come out, they take care of business, being the 1 seed in the state. You know, this is going to be a tough task for the Golden Plains Bulldogs tonight, but this is why you play the game. If they come out and they slouch, and Dylan Wark and his crew come out and they really take care of business, if he can have another 30-point game and his supporting crew can do what they need to do and play solid defense, man, we could be talking about some fireworks there in Golden Plains. You know?
I agree. I don't know if you already capped it or not, but then the last game, Golden Plains took out Kensington.
Yeah.
And they had a 20-point lead at one point in that game, just absolutely blowing the doors off of the Longhorns in that contest, led by the 31 from Wark, and I think Patman put in 18 that night as well. 16 of his own. You got to have another one of those nights here tonight, combined with maybe a little bit of an off shooting one to get the number 1 seed. But I hate to say it, some number 1 seeds have already gone down. I just got word that Osborne went down in their sub-state as the number 1 seed, lost to the number 6. I also heard the Norton Blue Jay boys team went down here tonight as they were a favorite in that game. You've got to bring your A game if you want to continue to play basketball. 2
prime examples right there of if you just let that other team kind of get that hope, get that confidence, and get that momentum on their side, they know that they can make some noise, because at this point of the year, you don't have another game to look forward to. It's one and done, and it's kind of who wants it more and who can take care of business here at the Colby Event Center.
So here we go. We're going to kick it to the sponsors and be back with your starting lineups and more with Open Spaces Sports after these messages. As we get ready to go here at the Colby Event Center.
Yeah, and we talk about this a lot, Clint, that this first quarter of action is going to be huge in this game. We know Northern Valley is going to want to get out. They're going to want to score in waves. If you're the Bulldogs, you need to slow down that scoring output. You want to slow this thing down, make it a more physical game, limit the possessions for the Huskies. We'll see if they can get it done here in this one.
And Rath stole the tip. And the Bulldogs will get the first possession. Is this what you needed?
No, I got it.
And now a steal by Northern Valley will lead to 2 points up by Kenton Tallheim, except he was fouled. He'll have to go to the line to earn them because Rath got him across the face.
Personal foul, number 22.
Yeah, 15 seconds into this game, and the court general that we like to call him, Kenton Tallheim, finds himself at the line for the first of probably many times tonight, and he hits on the first. The only person I can think of on this game that gets to the line more than Kenton Tallheim is on the other team, and his name is Mr. Dylan Wark, the workhorse. He's going to try to get to the rim. He is such a physical player, not the biggest guy out there, but you wouldn't know it by looking at his stats and also watching him play, man. Here he has the ball in his hand going the other direction. Nice pass to Abe Taylor.
Is that Abe? And here's
Garcia,
a three-pointer up and no good for Wark.
That was Miggy Garcia who got that interior pass.
Inside squeeze pass to Jason. Couldn't hold on to it. The Bulldogs will get it back.
It was a good find, just not able to connect on that off the fingertips. Gives it back to the Bulldogs.
Northern Valley going to go with a full court pressure. A zone look 3-1-1. Now they get it to Rath. He'll go inside, and you're right. He goes to the line a lot.
And there we see it. He just goes in between defenders. He is knowing he's going to hit the floor. I don't know how he doesn't have bruises up and down his arms and legs all the time. First foul of the Huskies night is going to go to Gavin Tallheim.
Trying to get it to Rath, and they do. Excuse me, that's Wark, isn't it? Here comes Rath now with it. Perez inside. Garcia pump fake, up and under is no good. Had Skimper flying in his boots.
Yeah, great patience there. Unfortunately, doesn't collect the 2 points on the end of that one. But that is a really nice move with the patience, the pump fake, getting a very savvy player in Drew Skimper up in the air. Here, Drew on the other end does get the 2-point bucket against Miguel Garcia.
And a couple matchups in between these two teams, Skimper has gone off and been very difficult to stop. Patman all the way to the rim, and it'll go off of him and over to Northern Valley.
I like the aggression, trying to take it to the hoop there, but loses his handle. He's going to give it back to the Huskies, but you got to stay aggressive like that. If that real estate's in front of you, you got to take it. If they close it down, you can be okay to take it back out and set up your offense and be patient. But there's times where Huskies' defense isn't back, or kind of few and far between, so you have to take advantage of them.
Second opportunity is good for Skimper.
Perez in the middle there. They're going to get Gavin with the second foul of this game already.
So Jason jumping right back into this game. He's going to come in. I'm going to guess Gavin's going to sit with those two quick fouls. And Patman will play it in front of his bench. Northern Valley going zone here into a 2-3. Primarily a man team playing zone here in this possession. Inside Skimper has it, and he'll foul Wark as Dillon will make his first appearance to the line. And you said it, he makes it there a lot, but pull up the stats. I think it's something crazy, like he is one of the leaders in the state at the amount of free throws. Stats.
This is on that first attempt.
And
second one is up and good for him.
He is ranked 9th in the state of Kansas with made free throws with 85. No.
It's crazy. And got another one to add to the collection there. Getting the Bulldogs on the scoreboard. Nice patience, good find down low. Jason Cox collects with the pass from the high post from Drew Skimper. 8-1, the Huskies have the lead, and here's going to be a travel violation against Patman as he tries to split that defense.
Hansen will play it in. They're not going to mark Tallheim. It's going to be 3 up and 3 down. That's good for Kenton. You just can't leave him open on that set play. You know it's going up.
No, that play right there is a big part of the reason that he's number 3 on the Huskies scoring list all time. You got to know where he is. Wark here just taking it himself, juking and jiving through that defense and putting it up. He's got 3.
Reverse the ball into the corner. Jason Cox open for 3 in the corners. No good. Skimper's there to rebound it and put it back. 6 early for Drew.
Yeah, and that's the second putback by Drew where he's gotten his bucket on an offensive rebound. They got to put a body on him. Here the pressure's just too much to handle. Jeremiah Hansen gets his first bucket of this one.
Diego trying to get to the rim. Has a tough time going over Skimper, and here comes Hansen on a run. Over to Kenton Tallheim. Stop. 3 on the way is going to be off the mark, but Skimper's there to clean it up and miss the second one. Ball loose on the floor. Here's Hammond with it. Goes baseline, sneak pass to Cox. To the rim. Now Back it around. Hansen open three on the way. Is short, no good. Skimper with another offensive board. Has that one blocked by Miggy.
Be a foul against Owen Hammond there, trying to strip that ball away as Rath got the rebound and tried to get outside.
His first 4th team foul.
4th team foul on the Huskies with 4:10 remaining in this first quarter, out to a 12-point lead. Gabe Rudd is going to come into this one for the Huskies for his first moments of action here tonight. Gabe Rudd, I wasn't at the game, but I know because I listened to your call. Had that first jam of any Huskies game this year. It was a JV game, but you were holding that one in. I know you were.
I haven't even seen the replay of it yet. It must have been on one of those social medias that this old farmer is not a part of. The Gram or something like that.
More than likely.
That's Rath inside. Surrounded by Huskies. Teardrop is up, no good. He'll get his own offensive rebound. Now clear out, and here comes Jason.
Yeah, tough shot right there, falling away after getting the board. Kent will put up another one here, and it's off. It's Mark Wark gets it on that far side, and he wants to march.
Pulls it out. Rath now back. The Will Boogerman in. Owen Patman's three on the way. It's going to be off the mark to the right.
You know, we talked about it a lot in that first game of the night, not so much in this one, but in this gym, the Colby Community College plays on here, so they got the collegiate three-point lines there as well. You'll see 3 different sets of lines, and that one that is the closest in is the high school line, but you very rarely actually see anyone in these games hitting from the spot that they're supposed to be. They like to sit behind that black line, which is the women's collegiate line, and a lot of times you'll see these shots a little off mark and short here because they're not used to having those 3 sets of lines, and it throws people off in their peripherals where they're supposed to set up for a 3.
It's something we talk about each and every game because it feels like it makes an impact.
I would love to know the stat about the percentage of teams when they come in here, if that three-point percentage that as a team that they shoot kind of goes down a tick or two because of that reasoning alone.
We kind of saw it in that first game. Not a lot of three-pointers up and in. Hansen's got a three-pointer in the corner. It's going to be off the mark. Kenton with an offensive board. Nice inside pass to Hammond. Missed that one. Hansen with an offensive board. And now he's fouled. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, the Southwestern College signee signed there to play basketball. Is such a smooth contributor to this Northern Valley team. You kind of blink and he'll be at double digits because he's just, it looks like his pace of play never changes out there, but he's one of the fastest kids on the court. Here, he gets to the line.
And this gym goes way too silent.
Yeah, I know. I feel like I can't talk.
We're a long ways up here, and it felt like we had to tone it down. Otherwise, we're going to distract him. Maybe we should turn it up.
Yeah, dead silence. Turn on the house music. Get him pumped up for the second shot.
Little elevator music or something like that so that he can feel a little more comfortable and feel like he's not the only person in the gymnasium.
Yeah, apparently it worked because he hit the second one.
Northern Valley cooking at 18-3, 2:10 to go in this one. Diego has to save it and throws it over. Abe Taylor with it, knocked away by Gabe Rudd. And here comes Jason Cox. Brody Preston now into the game for the Huskies. Thought about catching and shooting a three. And now they'll skip to Jeremiah. To the rim, up and around, score 2 more.
20-3. Northern Valley coming out shooting the lights out of this game early on.
Jeremiah in the last contest between these two teams, 31 he dropped. His career high. Now a block by Brody Preston on Taylor will lead out to Northern Valley. Into the corner for Hammond. Quickly inside to Rudd. Has a tough time controlling it. It will go off of him and out of bounds. Patman coming on, and Rath will sit. Kenton Tallheim going to check back into this one, as well as Jeremiah will sit. Nolan Kinnerconnect still on that bench over there. Not sure he's going to play with that knee. Been bothering him here late in this season. And now a travel by Patman will give it right back to Northern Valley.
Inbounding underneath. Kenton throws it in. Jason Cox in the corner. Fires this one away. No good. Perez comes away with the rebound. Golden Plains desperately needs to find something to work on offense right now. Sitting only at 3 points. This shot off its mark. Kenton Tallheim tracks down the rebound. It'll waste no time going the other direction. Finds Brody Preston in transition. What a beautiful bounce pass to hit him there for another bucket for the Huskies. A foul here is going to go against Jason Cox on that far sideline.
Looks like it's just going to go out of bounds.
Oh, interesting.
And 6 Huskies have scored in this first quarter as they put up 22. Rath back in, Wark to sit here with 45 seconds left to go in this first quarter. Taylor with it around the back. Now Will's going to shoot over Gabe Rudd. Tracked down by Brody Preston. Nobody going to guard Brody. He's going to shoot that ball each and every time. He's calling for it back. Kenton inside to Gabe Rudd. Step through, shot up, no good. And a foul goes against Hammond, his second of the evening.
Yep, you know, he rose up for that rebound, but has to be aware that he got beat positioning-wise there. You don't need to come down on Rath's head, but he does send Rath to the line because that's a 15 foul. 24.5 seconds left here in this first quarter of action before those fouls reset. Maybe this could be what the Bulldogs need to get a couple more scores going, because right now they only have the lone scorer in Dylan Wark with the 3 points in the scoring column. First one does fall from Rath. Checking back into the game is Jeremiah Hansen for the Huskies. Owen Hammond will go sit with those 2 fouls. Rath's second one is up and good as well.
And Northern Valley will most likely hold for one with now under 20 seconds to go in the quarter. Brody is asking for this basketball. Can they get it to him? With 7 seconds to go. Now they finally do. Now the 3 is on the way. The 3 is no good. Jason with a good offensive rebound. Tries to go back up. Diego stripped it from him, and we are at the quarter break. The second quarter about to commence. Clint Cox here and Aim Baird. Just after 8 o'clock.
Second game of the doubleheader of the evening, though, to kick off the sub-state tournament here at the Colby Event Center. First game of the evening, Logan Palco escapes that one to advance over Shai Lynn to play the winner of this matchup between Golden Plains and Northern Valley. Northern Valley couldn't have asked for a much better start there in that first quarter, Clint.
They just were clicking on all cylinders from the tip. Well, after the tip, because Josh Rath stole the tip from Tallheim.
Yeah.
But since then, the defense has been superb, and the offense has put up 22 points in the quarter.
Yeah, we talked about that first quarter being kind of the deciding factor on how this is going to go. Drew going to pick up the foul here. Got a lot of ball, but if you got to go straight up with those guys. I know you don't, but that's how they're going to call it. So I'm just saying, as a player, you gotta know they're going to call it. They called it last time. Wark's shot is off its mark. Is this a second or third trip to the line, but still hits on that second one, has 2 makes from there.
Kenton Tallheim. Now Jason into the corner will feed the big man Drew. Kick to Kenton as his floater in the middle of the lane is good.
Patman, nobody stops him. He'll cross that timeline himself and set up the offense for the Bulldogs.
Diego with it as the flex cut is in motion. Now to Miggy. Back to Rath it goes. And now Wark to the rim, and now a foul.
That one felt like it was slow motion. It's going to go against Jeremiah Hansen. Stuck his arm out there.
And they called him for a blocking foul. So the blocking foul goes in there. The second foul on Northern Valley in the quarter. They'll get it back to Rath. Now to Patman it goes. Dillon working against Hansen. Patman's floater in the lane, no good. Gavin has a rebound. Been quiet on the offensive end is Gavin, but they're not going to stop him. He's going to put it up in the middle of the lane, off glass and in.
Gavin set the majority of that first quarter, picking up the 2 first fouls for the Huskies within the first 2 minutes of action. So he set pretty much that whole first quarter, I believe. Gets in the books with that bucket. Huskies out to the 20-point lead.
Tough pass picked off by Kenton Tallheim. A race to the rim in which he will win as he puts 2 more in.
Work trying to break this press by himself. Dribbles into the corner, has a little bit of trouble. He escapes, though, and is bailed out with the foul call here. It's going to go against Drew Skimper.
Personal foul on number 33, Drew Skimper, his third. 13th foul.
Third on Drew.
The line for the Bulldogs, number 3.
That was just one of those times Dylan Work does such a good job of going into the defender nearest to him. You don't become a top 10 free throw shooter in the state by not creating those opportunities for yourself.
Coming off the I-70 corridor, or whether you want to get something to eat at IHOP, maybe at Sonic, or even Subway. They've got what you need, they've got what you're looking for at Mittens of Oakley. They've been doing it for decades, right off I-70 and Highway 40.
Work hits his second shot out of the timeout break.
Northern Valley's Brody Preston and Gabe Rudd. Owen Hammond. Kenton Tallheim, Jason Cox of the 5 in white for Northern Valley. Against this 2-3 zone defense of the Bulldogs. Jason calling for it on the block. Now will kick to Brody. Hesitates. His jumper on the way is off the mark. And Patman will push.
Patman with 16 that last game, trying to find his first bucket of this one, gets called for the carry. So gives it back to the Huskies. 5:02 remaining before the halftime. Huskies out by 21 over the Bulldogs. Kenton finds Owen Hammond in the corner. Goes inside to Gabe Rudd. Miguel Garcia working against him. Escapes that, finds Kenton Tallheim for the 3.
Kenton with 7 in the quarter. 12 in the game.
Really nice inside-out pass there to create the shot from outside the arc. Garcia at the high post has to give it out to Patman. Inside-out action of their own, off the window. Count it. Owen Patman finds himself in the scoring column for the first time this evening.
31-10. Nobody's guarding Rudd underneath. He'll hesitate and then miss the open jumper.
Yeah, I think he thought maybe there was a defender right behind him there as he did his move, but kind of wasted the time that he had all alone to himself there. Rudd making the play to hit this one out of bounds. It'll stay with the Bulldogs. A couple of new Golden Plains players into this game.
And Diego come in. Abe and Josh will sit. Taylor's 3 on the way. Off, but Wark gets the rebound. So he crosses the formation on a dribble now. Gets it to Patman. Northern Valley doing a good job of making sure to cut off every driving lane for the Bulldogs. The three-pointer is missed in the corner. Back comes Northern Valley. Nobody on Tallheim. Three-pointer on the way is good.
Yeah, we've seen that play itself out time and time again already in this game. You got to get a hand in the face of Kenton Tallheim. He cannot set up in the corner and be left all alone.
Around the formation now back. Here it is. Dylan Wark to the rim. Left-hander's good.
Nice job by him splitting the defense right there. Puts him at 7 in this contest. The charge is going to be the call here against Kenton Tallheim as he tried to pass that one to Owen Hammond in the corner.
Offensive foul at number 15, Owen Hammond, his third.
Kenton has to tell him, no, it was on me. He said, and the official corrected it. So it goes not on Hammond, but on Tallheim. Tallheim will go to the bench.
And it does matter because it was Kenton's first. It would have been Owen's third, but Owen was the one catching the pass, not delivering the contact. Working it from the high post. Works mid-range jumper is no good. Perez tries to tip it back out to his team, but the speedy Jeremiah Hansen is there to take it the other way. He's going to get fouled on the way up by Wark. Go to the line.
Personal foul number 3, Dylan Wark, his first. At the line for the Huskies, number 24, Jeremiah Hansen.
Jeremiah Hansen hits the first attempt. Owen Patman will come back into the game for the Bulldogs. Shot's no good. Gabe Rudd elevates, gets the offensive rebound, but leaves it short on the putback. This is Ezekiel Weiner into this game for the first time this evening that comes away with the defensive rebound.
Him with the ball now. Dylan.
Patman eyes the long three.
Now Patman with it. Trying to create Northern Valley, just doing everything, just keeping them out, making them shoot threes, and Patman will roll that one down. His second three of the quarter. Hansen tracks it into the corner himself.
Poked away by Wark. Patman will take it the other direction. And a blocking call is going to go against Jeremiah Hansen. Looked like Patman slipped more than anything, but nonetheless, Jeremiah is going to get the foul call.
24, Jeremiah Hansen, his second. 15 foul.
Second on him. Into the game comes Gavin Tallheim as well as Drew Skimper. Drew playing with those 3 fouls.
What's going on?
I don't know.
They ushered subs in.
And then changed their mind?
And then brought them back out. So we can do it after Owen Patman shoots a free throw. And now the subs will go back in. Patman's second one is up and good. 1 for 2 on the trip from Owen.
Minute 30 left before the halftime break. Brody Preston has it in the corner. Again, he'll fire away. His shot's long, but Gavin Tallheim cleaning it up on the far side post. And the putback is good.
37-16 Northern Valley.
Northern Valley has been in control from the get-go of this one.
Perez, left-handed shot in the middle of the lane, was just short. Preston has it knocked out by Diego. Back into basketball. 1 minute remaining here before halftime. Brody, pump fake, tries to get into Drew, now it's cut off. Kicks it back in the corner for Gavin.
Left a lot of air on that one. This pass from Wark somehow gets up to Patman, but he can't handle it. Northern Valley comes away with the possession. 35 seconds left. They find Gavin Tallheim. He'll attack the basket, and it is good.
Gavin with 6 in this quarter.
Weiner goes inside for Brueggemann, getting guarded by Drew Skimper. Patman will take it up at him. That ball sits up there a long time but does not fall.
With 8, now 7 to go, Northern Valley will look to get a shot off here. Brody doesn't realize it. Jeremiah does. His long 3 is away. He's still.
Golden Plains will start with the basketball to tip things off here with 2 quarters to go to decide who goes into that next game against the Logan Palco Trojans, who were victorious today over the Shiloh Cougars. Right before this one, we brought that one.
And
ball is tipped by Gavin Tallheim.
There's a little bit of confusion on what time that ball game would start.
Yeah, I thought it was 6, but I heard someone down there say 5 earlier, and I guess don't take my word for it then.
Check your local providers.
Charge here. Jason Cox runs into Dylan Wark. It's going to go against the Huskies ball handler and give it back to the Bulldogs.
Offensive foul on number 22, Jason Cox.
Looked like bowling pins there in the middle of the paint.
A lot of collision in there. Jason definitely ran him over. It was a great defensive play by Dylan.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that one. Diego's got it to high post. Get it back to Josh Rath, now to Miggy. He's going to try and make a move on the inside to Skimper. He's got all those fouls. Inside Diego's free throw line. Jumper is good.
Diego only the 4th player for the Bulldogs out there on the floor to get a bucket. They're going to need a little bit more scoring output here in this one.
It's a steal on that possession. We'll get another one here for the Bulldogs. Now ball tipped by Gavin. He'll take off with it. Quickly advance it to Kenton. Tries to Euro step around.
Yeah, and that's the right call there. It came a little late, but Wark met him at the basket. Contact. He did not have his feet set that time. Kenton will go to the line and shoot 2. Second one against Dylan Wark. Getting nothing but nylon on the first one. You could hear that snap.
Thunk.
Even through the headset all the way up here in the nosebleeds, right?
Oh, we could be a little bit higher in this, but
that's true. We could pull out the bleachers behind us
and then climb to the top of those, but we are definitely a few rows high at the Colby Event Center. Nice building here. And now Gavin's got another steal. All the way to the rim. He'll lay it up and in.
43-18. Huskies continue to just add to this lead. Not letting up at all.
And it's been a lot of different parts of their game here. They've scored in transition quite well. They scored off of set plays. They've shot the three-point ball well. Drew Skimper's got a lot of good touches inside. He's got 6. Half of those on offensive rebounds. Now he'll get the feed from Kenton Tallheim and score 2 more.
Yeah, there's a lot of contributors in that Husky scoring column as well. You can go down the list, and I think every person that's been into the game probably has a bucket. Maybe one that hasn't, but, you know, it's just if you're on the floor, they're finding ways to give you opportunity if you're the Huskies. Opportunity's been a little harder to come by for the Bulldogs here, but they do get a chance after getting that ball back.
Rath with it now to Miggy. Going to spin on Skimper. Skimper blocked the shot. Back into 2 Bulldogs. They couldn't hold it, and Northern Valley will get it back.
A nice block there by Drew Skimper, playing with the 3 fouls. So a lot of times you'll see a good block, a good shot blocker kind of shy away, but he doesn't. He goes up tall that time and hits that one away. Gavin Tallheim will fire this one away, leaves it short. This one hit away by Perez. He saves it before he goes out of bounds to Rath. Josh Rath will find Owen Patman on the wing, trying to find that high post Diego Perez out there. They're putting Miggy in that short corner to try to see if they can get Drew Skimper to kind of suck away from that basket and clear up the lane, because right now points in the paint have been very hard to come by for the Bulldogs.
So Northern Valley has gone triangle and 2.
On the 2 players with 7 points.
On Rath and Patman.
Wark and Patman.
Yeah, excuse me.
Yeah.
I've had a problem.
Brueggemann and Abe Taylor will come into the game for the Bulldogs. Perez as well as Miguel Garcia to sit over there by Coach Weiner. Kind of platooning those 2 groups of players in this game.
Cox with it. Now to Hanson. Work it around. Now a lob coming for Kenton. It's going to be denied by Rath.
It's going to stay with the Huskies. They can't gather it in after it rolls out off the foot of Rath, I believe. I'm waiting to see that lob play.
Well, they're going to get another Kenton
work.
3 in the eye right here. And here it comes. Short on the shot, but a follow attempt by Kenton will get to the rim. And one. He'll go to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Yeah, just try to do it a little bit differently this time around. Nice job by Kenton Tallheim, though, following his shot there.
Second team foul.
Creating that opportunity.
The scoreboard says Kenton with 20. I've got him for 19.
And he hit that. So maybe they were.
As he will sit.
Maybe they were jumping the gun a little bit and putting the point up before he had it. Because now he is at 20.
Wark. Northern Valley going to get a shot off here. Rath knocks in a three-pointer. That's the trouble with trying to play a zone and a man together. You free up shooters. Josh Rath makes them pay.
Yeah, and Golden Plains has done a decent job from outside the arc. They've gotten, I believe, 4 shots to fall from out there, keeping them somewhat in this game. But when you go down to the other side and Drew Skimper scores that fast, man, it is tough on your defense. Abe Taylor tries to attack baseline. Good job by Jason Cox shutting that one off. Dylan Work will go into the paint, leaves it too strong.
Here comes Owen Hammond into the corner for Jason.
So he's going to get called for a travel on the gather step there on the pass from Owen Hammond, trying to attack the basket.
(50-21), Northern Valley in the lead. Will Brueggemann with a jump shot, no good. Jason's got a rebound. Inside to Skimper, they feed him one more time, and he goes for some dessert with his 12th point.
That's right. Just too easy down low. They have to deny him getting to where he wants to be on the block if you're Brueggemann.
Skimper with a rebound, outlet to Hanson. He'll slow it down. Now he'll speed it back up.
Going to get fouled on the floor there, trying to slice and dice this defense. So the Huskies will throw it in underneath their basket. A couple of subs coming in for both sides. 3 subs for the Huskies. Gabe Rudd, Brody Preston, as well as Kenton Tallheim to come into this one. On the Golden Plains side of things, Ezekiel Weiner checks into this game. 52-21, Northern Valley up big in this one so far. They've just been taking care of business. Seems like they've been very efficient with their possessions in this game, except for that time.
Yeah, right on call there, Aim Baird.
That's how it goes, right?
And that's the first sloppy pass, really, probably all night long. Kenton Tallheim throws that one away.
Yeah, a rare unassisted turnover, or unforced turnover. Definitely assisted.
Inside out, three-pointer by Patman is on the way. It's going to be no good. Quickly to Kenton they go. Continues to go on his assault on the rim. Gets an offensive rebound, kicks it to Hansen. Teardrop is no good. Hansen will get a rebound.
These Husky guards are doing such a good job of, even though they're starting outside, they are attacking the glass, and those guys putting up shots. Once they leave it short, they're not quick to turn around and go the other way. They're the first ones there to get that shot back, and you see it both with Kenton Tallheim and Jeremiah Hansen, some of the best rebounding guards that you're going to see. Trying to create a play here. Gabe Rudd inside, a little contact on the arm, leaves it short, no good. Owen Hammond tries to save this one, but he passes it back in to Miguel Garcia. I don't know what was going on there. It's going to send Dylan Wark to the line. Looked like he
breathed on him.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah. Wark will go to the line for another attempt here. Rattles it in off the front of the rim.
Dylan's second one is no good. Diego with an offensive board. And now a block shot in the corner by Kenton Tallheim.
Owen Hammond going to be aggressive, take it into the paint, fires one out to Jason Cox, but he leaves it short. Brody Preston gets the rebound. Jeremiah Hansen will dribble this out and reset the offense for the Huskies.
Skip pass to Brody. Pump fake. Now we'll go into the corner for Owen.
Owen's runner is off its mark. Diego Perez gets this one, gets it to Owen Patman.
Owen, short jumpers on the way, no good. Back come the Huskies.
Jeremiah.
Inside out dribble, Jeremiah missed it. Kenton will not miss it.
35 seconds left in this third quarter of action. Owen Hammond's going to pick up that foul, trying to get this ball away, was getting beat on the dribble by Dylan Wark.
His third.
Third against Owen Hammond.
Third team foul.
Man, it is quiet.
It's like
I feel like we're the only ones making any noise.
we are. We're the only ones talking in this entire gymnasium. There's not a lot of energy. I know that there's two groups of cheerleaders on the outside, but even they have been relatively quiet here tonight.
Rath trying to get it to Garcia. He's going to get fouled at the high post. It's going to go against Brody Preston.
And that will be the fourth foul against the Huskies in the quarter. Next whistle will be shooting free throws.
14th foul.
Inside to Garcia, back to Patman. Working on the on-ball screen. Weiner finds Garcia down low. His shot's up and good.
6-5 for Kenton. Passes to Brody. Shot along the way for Brody. He's going to be off the front of the rim. We've got fourth quarter action coming at you after this. Northern Valley 54-24. And with that, that's 30 points. That'll be running clock here in the fourth quarter.
And Northern Valley area, and of course Long Island as well, and even into southern Nebraska. All Creatures Vet Clinic is open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. And you can reach them by calling 785-669-2227. Small animal care, large animal care, it's all available at All Creatures Vet Clinic, supporting the Northern Valley Huskies athletically and academically.
Jason Cox does a nice job wrapping up the ankles there.
And taking down Diego.
Tackle, yeah.
You know, Diego Perez is a difficult man to stop on the football field, but that's really not legal when you play basketball, Jason.
Yeah.
Three-pointer by Rath is on the way, off the front iron. No good. Kenton with a rebound. No look dime to Jeremiah on the lob. That was pretty. That was pretty. That was pretty. We're going to hit the replay button.
We'll see if it works. We got to get that fixed.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my.
Hopefully you saw it the first time. Diego Perez hits the mid-range jumper. Like we said before the break, that is a 30-point lead for the Huskies, so it's going to be running clock the rest of this one.
Hansen's short jumper is no good. Kick back out to Gavin. He'll go to the rim, put it up, no good. Kenton's there for an offensive board. He'll stick it back in.
I would like to know how many rebounds Kenton has in this game.
He's definitely got a double-double.
I think so. Dylan Wark has it, trying to work baseline against Kenton Tallheim. Nowhere to go, has to kick it back out. Diego Perez at the high post shoots another mid-range jumper. This one's off. It's Mark Gavin Tallheim comes away with the board.
And another pass into Hansen at the rim, and one.
Count
As that
the
bucket goes down for Jeremiah.
Basket good by number 24, Jeremiah Hansen. Personal foul on number 1, Josh Rath, his second.
It's going to go against Josh Rath, the second against him.
The line for the Huskies, number 24, Jeremiah Hansen.
Into the game, number 10 for Golden Plains. That is Jose Rios, a 5'10 freshman.
Jeremiah misses the free throw. I thought he had good positioning. I thought he had great positioning. We can't bring you the replay, unfortunately.
Personal foul on number 22, Jason Cox, his third, second team foul. The line for the Bulldogs.
So Dylan Wark goes back to the line to shoot 2 more.
And with a running clock, we are taking our time.
First one, no good for Dylan Wark.
Substitutions coming in here as well. We'll check in for the Bulldogs. Brody Preston, Gabe Rudd, and Owen Hammond in for Northern Valley.
Dylan's had a lot of opportunities at the line tonight, Clint, but has not been able to cash in on those opportunities as much as we've come accustomed to seeing from him here in this one.
That's his 10th free throw attempt on the evening. He's only made 4. Coming into this game, 9th. Hansen drains a 3 as he has 7 in the quarter. Coming into this game, Wark was 9th in the entire state of Kansas with the amount of free throws made.
Patman will find himself with a trip to the line here. Owen Hammond going to pick up his 4th foul of the contest.
Hammond, his 4th, 13th foul at the line for the Bulldogs.
Patman's first one up and good. 3 minutes and 30 seconds remain.
Checking in is another player here that has not yet to make his mark.
Number 23.
Wyatt Amlong is 5'6" junior.
So Owen Patman gets them both.
Tallheim. Now to Hammond. Back to Kenton in the corner. 3-pointers up by Hammond is good.
Three-point basket good by number 11.
Puts him at 27 points in this game. Dylan Wark slicing the defense, getting that bucket. Give him 10.
Kenton in.
We got a foul against Owen Patman, number 22.
His 3rd, second team foul.
Checking into the game, number 20. Tanner Black for the Golden Plains squad. And this is also a 3 for Kenton Tallheim. Give him 30.
He's kind of been unconscious because I think he has shot an exceptional percentage here tonight as well. Not just
the travel is the call.
And Kenton's night is now over as Maverick Rogers checks in for him. That's a signal that Kenton is done.
The mullet is the signal.
Oh, yeah. Ezekiel Weiner coming in.
Let's see if the high five can pass on the good vibes from outside the arc and get Maverick a couple of looks at it.
I know they want to get Maverick a look here. We'll see what he can do in this minute and 34 seconds before this game comes to a conclusion.
69-30. Northern Valley is going to get out of here and to the next round against the Logan Palco Trojans. But, you know, it is no fluke that Northern Valley won this game, as they have absolutely earned it. They played a great basketball game here this evening. I do not know what this whistle is.
No, I don't.
And they're discussing what the whistle is. It's going to be Northern Valley's ball.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Personal foul on number 23, Wyatt Enlong, his first.
Okay.
Why is the clock stopped?
I have no idea why the clock stopped. And Brody Preston drained in a three-pointer.
But Northern Valley, like we said, has been so efficient here tonight. And that's what you need to do at this part of the season, and taking care of business as a one seed. And they've certainly done that here in this one. But it hasn't been just offensively, it's been also defensively.
Rios missed that shot. Brody Preston dribbles down inside to Gabe Rudd. He'll turn over that left shoulder, put it up, no good. In fact, his Gabe is a little frustrated with himself. Probably the only player that's frustrated with his game here tonight is Gabe. He hasn't shot it exceptionally well. Rios tries to save it, but he stepped out on the baseline.
Our area is clear.
All clear. The pattern is not full.
We're not going to pick up.
We're not going to pick up.
We're going to be back tomorrow to bring you more action. We'll be in both of those games. We've got the two semifinal matchups on the girls' side of things. It's going to be a fun one, Clint.
Yes, it is.
Northern Valley Thunder Ridge, as well as Shy Lynn and what team am I missing?
Wheatland Grinnell.
Wheatland Grinnell. That's right, the one seed. As the buzzer threw me off here, Northern Valley winning this one comfortably, 72-30.
Saturday at 5. He confirmed it again. That's a 5 o'clock matchup between Logan Trojans and the Northern Valley
Northern Valley High School Huskies.
Northern Valley High School Huskies. There we go.